Guys, we got another green one. Let's go turn that grime into shine. In today's episode, we are discussing how to make $50K per month in the pressure washing business. Now, while we're going to be talking about that, guys, you guys are going to get an opportunity here to see me pressure wash this moldy driveway. And how we do concrete cleaning in Mr. Bubbles is an easy enough process, guys. It's actually, we utilize a 5-step approach, and I will actually put those up here on the screen for you guys to make it super simple. Step number 1, you want to do what's called pre-treating. We actually pre-treat this with a 2.5% solution from my my wash gun, my soft wash gun. And then finally, you want to do what's called white tipping. White tipping is actually what I'm doing right now. I'm just cutting the edges, and I'm also hitting the cracks of the concrete to get all the gunk out of there. Step number 3, guys, you want to surface clean. Once that is 100% complete, you are going to rinse the driveway of all the dirty water. And then finally, you want to post treat. And you're going to get to see this entire process here happening. And, the bottom line, guys, is, it's pretty self-explanatory. You guys can watch me here in a video do it as I talk to you guys and break down for you guys how you're going to implement a system in your company to be able to make $50K per month. So let's jump right in. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you haven't seen the previous video, in that video, we actually did this house wash here, and we soft washed the house here, and that's all part of what this episode really is all about, and how you guys are going to be able to make that amount of money is not something that I'm telling you that it's some theoretical nonsense. Or maybe some of you guys that are new to the industry and you're listening to this, you're like, BS, you can't make $50K a month. You're trolling me, or this is clickbait. Guys, the stuff that I'm telling you is not some theoretical nonsense that I read in a pamphlet somewhere, or I saw, some trendy video on TikTok or something like that, and I just decided to, jump on a trend and cover the topic for you guys. No, these are things that we at Mr. Bubbles, we do on a daily basis, right? And I am going to show you guys basically the the techniques and the ideas behind how you can implement that in your own company to be able to achieve these things. Now, I will say that, I will say this, guys. I'm gonna preface all of this by saying this. You're not going to be able to achieve this in a day or two, a month or two. It's going to take you. Now, if you follow my system, if you follow my system that I'm going to tell you guys, and then also I actually have a blueprint, a 50K. I call it the 50K challenge, a blueprint that you can follow. A step-by-step blueprint. If you want that, you guys, my email is in the description below. And you email me, I'll send you that. But we're going to be talking about it here. But here I'm going to be giving you guys the Cliff Notes version, because I only got 20 minutes here on this video to talk to you guys about it. But the bottom line, guys, is this is attainable. It's achievable. But, 6 months to 18 months. This is not something that you're going to be able to do overnight, like something, that I talk about on my channel a lot. It takes 3 things for you to make it in a pressure washing business and make a lot of money, right? And you guys already know what this is. You need experience, you need chemical knowledge, and you need to have the proper equipment, commercial grade, industrial level equipment. So this is what it is, guys. The bottom line is, in order for you to make $50K a month in the pressure washing business, you got to take into account that there's 4 areas that you're going to have to master. Okay. And I call this SOMA. It's an acronym. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys before. SOMA, SOMA. I'll put it up here on the screen for you guys. SOMA stands for the S The S stands for sales. The O stands for operations. The M stands for marketing. And the A for administration, SOMA. You're going to have to develop skills in these 4 areas. So, and the bottom line, guys, is that, this is what the Mr. Bubbles channel is really all about, right? Teaching you guys and strengthening you guys in these 4 areas. As you guys well know, we just got through the marketing series, episodes 51 through 59, where we did a deep dive into the marketing, all the different types of marketings that, and some great ideas there for you guys on how you can market and acquire customers for your pressure washing business. And by the way, guys, if you haven't seen that, I suggest after this video, you go back to episode 51 and you study up on that, because it's going to be a great benefit for your business. But the bottom line, guys, is administration, sales, marketing, and operations, you're going to have to become proficient at each one of those things. Like you see me here. You saw how dirty this driveway was. And the bottom line is, I'm going through a system that I've developed through the years to be able to do this professionally, to be able to, do a quality service out here for these customers, right? And so that's on the operation side, the quality of the work that you're doing out in the field. Administration is something we've talked about. And again, guys, I'm breaking down for you guys like the Cliff Notes version, right? But the bottom line is administration, you're going to download Markate, and you're just going to, have that be the brainchild of your company. And of course, when we're talking about all of these things, you got to always take into account and implement great customer service, right? So you got, you have administration, you got that going on. You're running a good administration, customer service. You're sending people receipts. You're not coming late to people's houses. You're being a true professional. I always say this on my channel. If you want to make what professionals make, you got to play the part of a professional. And then, the O on SOMA, operations, that's what you see me doing here. And there's 3 essential things here that you're going to need if you want to make $50,000 a month in this business. 3 things. And that's what the focus of my 50K challenge is here's the problem, guys. Here's the issue. Now, you guys know that I network and I talk to a lot of people within the industry. And I probably talk to hundreds of new guys a month, and I coach a bunch of guys in the industry as well. And the issue is that a lot of guys, they're sort of all over the place with what they want with their business. They want to do a bunch, like dozens and dozens and dozens of different types of services they want to offer their customer because they think that that's the way to go. And I'm telling you that is not the way to go. That is going to have the opposite effect of what you actually want. And what you really want is you want to master a few services. And what you see me doing here is concrete cleaning. And we at Mr. Bubbles, what we do is we partner up, we pair up concrete cleaning with the house wash. And that is my greater point, guys. You have to master house washing and concrete cleaning. If you become an expert at those 2 things. Now, when we're talking about house washing, you're going to have to become a master of 3 things in order for you to get proficient, really, really efficient at house washing. You're talking about downstreaming, pressure washing, and soft washing, right? And I have tons and tons of videos on my channel with all of those things. Tons of videos where I'm downstreaming house, soft washing house, or we're using pressure to clean a house. So, the bottom line, guys, is that's why I was telling you this is not something you're going to do overnight. My personal experience, because this is what happened with me, is that you're going to need about 1,000 houses under your belt, meaning when you will have washed 1,000 houses, you're going to be at this level that we're talking about, because it's going to take you that long for you to learn the systems and to be able to develop the muscle memory and the habit. Because remember, going back to what I told you earlier, guys, experience, chemical knowledge, and then you have equipment. All of those things have to grow in lockstep with each other for you to be able to to be able to have the level of experience to be able to deal with some of the issues out there, and to make really, 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 really good money. I consider 50K, guys. Think about it. In your personal circle, family members, friends that you have, people that you know, how many people do you know make 50K in a month? I mean, guys, you're talking about, it would put you in a 95 percentile of the nation. You're talking about less than 10% of the people in the country do not make that. I mean, that make that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you're most people, 90% of the people, that's my point. 90% of people do not make that. The bottom line, guys, is in order for you to make that, you're going to have to become a master of your craft. And what I want to focus you guys on is, when I say master of your craft, I'm talking about house washing. Those three things: downstreaming, pressure washing, and soft washing. And that's why I use the example of this house where we are, because I actually soft washed this house. And now at the same house, I'm doing the concrete cleaning, the driveway here. And this is a $700 job. We charge $399 for the house and $300 for this driveway, guys. And you see what I'm saying? So my point is this: you guys that you want to do and everything in they mama with a bunch of services, that's not the way to go. What you want to do is you want to focus on house washing, and then you want to focus on concrete cleaning. Those two things initially. Become awesome at those two things. And those two things are what is going to lead you to have that solid foundation, financial foundation, for you to make, I would say, at least 50K a month. So this is the example that I'm giving you guys. So let's say you implement within your company a system where every single time a customer calls you, right? So let's say, I'm going to use Mrs. Smith as an example. Let's say Mrs. Smith calls you and she wants a quote on a job. You tell her you're going to call her right back, that you're going to look her up in your system. You call Mrs. Smith back and you go, "Hey, Mrs. Smith, yeah, I notice, in your neighborhood, we've done a bunch of folks over there. We've been really busy this week, especially, doing some of your neighbors. So anyway, as it turns out, we actually have a special for your neighborhood where we're charging $499 for house and driveway. Now, I will say that I'm pretty much booked all week. I do have a couple days available next week. When are you looking to get this done?" You see how I did that, guys? How I did a sales pitch, and it sounded super organic, like a conversation. And I also assumed the sale. I didn't ask her if she wanted to get it done. I just said, "When are you looking to get this done?" And then I also created sales impulse, where we talked about the 4 factors of impulse in our marketing series. I impulsed her with the fear of loss, because I said, "Hey, I'm kind of booked out." And so, this creates sales impulse for me. The bottom line, guys, is this is what I want you guys to do and focus on. Focus on becoming a master at doing house washing. Add concrete cleaning to that. Now, imagine what I just said, guys. Imagine this for a second. So let's say you get 4 jobs a day, like the one we just talked about. So 4 jobs a day, guys, where you are doing the house and the driveway for $499. Now, is that achievable, attainable in one day? Of course it is. Guys, if you watched the previous episode, it took me less than half an hour to wash this $399 house. And you're watching here, I mean, this video is not sped up. The editing, I mean, it was very, 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 very small amount of editing that we did, but we did this driveway in under half an hour. All in all, guys, we were at this house for a smidge over 1 hour to make $699. So, but you might not be able to charge $699 like we do when you're starting your company. That's why I use the example. Let's say you were doing this house where I am right now, and you were charging $499 to do this job. Okay, that is the example. So if you're charging $499 to do that house, it's going to take you, when you're starting out, let's say it take you 2 hours. Let's say you can't do it. You don't have the equipment yet, the experience yet, chemical knowledge that I do. Let's say it takes you double the time that it took me. It took me an hour. Let's say it takes you 2. You do 4 jobs like that. That's eight 8 hours, guys. In an 8-hour day, you're going to make $2,000 if you get 4 jobs like this. And so you see, I don't have to add a bunch of services. And you guys know this from watching my channel that, we have a bunch of services. I've often mentioned this, that this year alone, we're going to make over $300K in Mr. Bubbles just with gutter cleaning. Just with gutter cleaning, and we're going to do a little over 100 with solar panels. At least here in our area, guys, we are crushing it in the solar panel game. But I don't recommend you guys get into all of the side services like that until you have absolutely mastered the basics. Okay, you guys are trying to do XYZ and you're not even proficient yet at doing ABC. And what I'm doing on screen right here for you guys, this is your ABC, right? We pre-treat the concrete. Then you saw me edging it up with the white tip. You saw me surface cleaning it. Now I'm rinsing off all the dirty water. And next on the screen here, you're going to see me apply our post-treat, which is our own company-made Goofy Juice. Okay, this is what being a professional is. You're going to go out there and do amazing work for people, and you're going to be able to charge a lot of money for that. Guys, remember this. Your pay, the amount of money you make, is nothing but a reflection of your skill. That's how that works. The more skilled you become, the more money you're going to make. You guys get that? You just need to go out there and have tons of experience. But the problem is you guys are trying to do too much, and then you don't really focus all of your time, effort, and energy into becoming the master of a couple things. And what I recommend for you again is because think about this, guys. Every single person has a house, and that house most likely has a driveway. Right? Not everybody has solar panels, for example, right? So, make sure that you are becoming awesome, guys. And when I say awesome, I mean absolutely awesome at doing the house wash. And then you want to add a little bit of concrete cleaning to that. When I say concrete cleaning, maybe it's not the drive, maybe it's the walkway, the sidewalk, a patio in the back, or a basement stairwell. The bottom line, guys, is when you get really good at doing concrete cleaning and house washing, you're going to be able to charge right around $500 per job. And you want to sell 4 jobs like that a day. Again, I'll give you guys the example of the sales pitch that I just gave you when we were talking to Mrs. Smith. You're simply going to say, oh, Mrs. Smith, I just looked you up, and it turns out that in your neighborhood, we have a special going on where it's $4.99. We're charging $4.99 for the house and driveway. Now, I'm looking at my schedule for the week, and we're booked out. When are you looking to get this done? And guess what, guys? Like 7 out of 10 people you talk to, and you talk to like this, and you do this properly, they're going to say yes to that. And worst case scenario, they're going to go, I don't need my driveway done. How much you charge us for the house wash? And then you can go, oh, we can do your house today, or do it in the next couple of days. The pricing in your neighborhood is for a house wash is $375 or $350. Depending on your area. The bottom line, guys, is this is going to lead you to getting a tremendous amount of work. So my takeaway for you guys for this episode is this. Stop trying to focus on doing everything and you're trying to become a professional overnight. Guys, it doesn't work that way. You got to become really, really efficient, proficient at doing the small stuff first. Get really, really, really good at that. If you do an awesome job, people's driveway, you're going to see here at the very end here, guys, the before and after of this thing. It's amazing. And that leads you to getting more neighbors because they see your work. While I was here, by the way, 2 different neighbors got my 6x9 postcards, which led us to getting more work here in the neighborhood, right? That's how this works. And then also this woman here recommended us to her son. That's how this is supposed to work, guys. And so, go out there, focus on becoming really amazing, really, really awesome at house washing and concrete cleaning. Okay, and this is based on my experience, guys, that it's going to take you at least 1,000 homes. Okay, so think about you guys where you are right now, you know, how many jobs you guys are doing currently. Okay, so it's going to take you at least 1,000 homes. So if you're doing that, might, in my case, by the way, in my case, it took me 3 years. I did my 1,000th home at the end of my 3rd season. Okay, so I want you guys to really reach for that. I think that's attainable. It's going to give you guys the experience, the chemical knowledge, and also as you progress on that journey, you'll be able to upgrade your equipment, and that is what it is all about. And again, guys, if you want the blueprint for that, just email me. But that's all I got for you guys today. Really appreciate you coming to my channel and watching this how to make 50K per month video. I highly recommend you guys watch the next episode as well. Guys, in that episode, we're going to be talking about like the common mistakes that you guys make. And a lot of you guys are making some of these mistakes. And guys, please, I beg you, email me. I love interacting with you guys. I answer all of my emails. And it's actually become like a really cool part of my day where I get to reach out to you guys. And I love that part of my job. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.